Hi guys, I'm James.
Hello everybody, I'm Joel. You probably know me on YouTube as SunlightBlade.
Welcome Joel. And today I'm going to be talking to Joel about his YouTube channel and asking him some of the questions that you guys want to ask about his content. So to begin with, what type of content do you make for YouTube, Joel?
I prefer to make the funny, collaborative type of videos. At the moment, I'm really enjoying getting lots of other uploaders and people together in videos and just feeding off each other and having some banter as mayhem, would as James would say.
Absolutely.
Definitely. But yeah, no, I do lots of types of videos. I also do lots of top tens, as most people probably would know me for. But I'm definitely trying to sort of diversify, kind of, and do some other videos as well.
Yeah, cool. Okay, great stuff. So why the name TheSunlightBlade? What made you choose that as a YouTube name?
I genuinely tweeted out like a week ago saying, "Does anyone know why I called myself the TheSunlightBlade?" Because I don't. But no, I do. I don't know if you remember in Dark Souls 1, I used to, basically before the big patch that stopped all this, I used to be the person that would like roll around in full giants with the Hornet ring, the flip ring, a claymore, and I'd put TheSunlightBlade on it, and I honestly thought I was badass. Like, seriously. So I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. I thought, oh, I might as well make a YouTube channel. I was trying to think of things that would define me, like in terms of Dark Souls, and I thought, oh, I always use TheSunlightBlade on to like when I'm wrecking fools. So I thought I might as well call myself that.
Okay, so just to recap, guys, this is someone who's got the third biggest Souls channel, and he's named after possibly the worst build in Dark Souls 1. So that's great. Yeah, that's great. It's good. I'm glad we've got the history behind the channel name there. Okay. All right. So, what was your high point in YouTube? Like, not the high point, I guess, because there's probably been loads, but like a kind of great moment in this whole experience for you.
Yeah, so I definitely have to say, reaching 100,000 subscribers was probably is definitely the biggest moment for me throughout YouTube, because as always when I started, even when I first started, and I was thinking, oh, it'd be amazing to hit 1,000 subscribers. In my mind, the big goal that everyone went for was 100,000. I thought it'd just be so cool. Now, I don't think subscriber milestones mean that much. I try not to put too much importance on it, but I really think that once I reached 100,000 subscribers, it's such an amazing moment, because you just think about that many people taking the time to actually click that button because they think your stuff is worth it in some way. It's just an amazing feeling.
Yeah, exactly. And I know there's a lot of people out there that kind of there's like multiple accounts, and there's people who won't follow so closely. But you know, with that kind of amount of subscribers, there's thousands of people out there that literally they genuinely want to see your content over and over again. So subscribers, you know, it's a great feeling to get that many. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
So on the opposite side of that question, was there ever a low point for you within this whole thing?
Yeah, so we were discussing this earlier. Basically, when my channel was a lot smaller, I really wanted to get partnered, because number one, that was just what everyone did at that time.
Yes.
It's a much more popular thing then to get partnered, and also it made your channel safer, because it doesn't really happen anymore, but you had a channel behind you that had your back in a sense. Anyway, so I was trying to partner with TGN, but they would not let me partner because I had lots of copyrighted music on my channel and all my videos, especially my top 10 videos. And at that point, my top 10 video series had boomed and had millions of views, which was crazy for a channel of my size. And I had to delete. It was like a channel purge. I had to delete all those videos, every single video that had copyrighted music on. I'd literally just start again. And it was honestly the hardest decision I've ever had to make on YouTube, because it was actually the same as just deleting your channel and starting again. It was pretty much the same. Obviously, the subscribers stayed, but all your views were gone. Like I remember that day I went back in the analytics, and there's a day where my total views go down to like nothing, and there's like minus millions of views. It was crazy.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was a really tough decision to make, but it turned out okay, I guess.
It did, yeah. Things have gone really well since then. But I do remember that point in time, because I'd done pretty well in your top tens at that point, and all the ones that I won have been deleted. So I was like, no, bring them back.
Yeah, you were like in first place in most of them, and then I had to delete them all.
Although that's probably my fault with all the copyright music, because I used to be a bit of a whore for that. So, okay, we're going to move on to some questions from guys in the comment section. I don't know if you saw the last video, but Forget wanted to ask a question in person. His first question was, why are you such a nerd? I don't really know how you answer that, but why are you such a nerd?
Yeah, how do you answer that?
Yeah,
No
I
idea.
think that's more of a diss than a question, so we'll just
Coming
move
at you
on
for
from
I see you.
that. Okay, so moving on, we've got one from Arrow KA. How did you expect your first top 10 video to go, and how did you react when it did well?
My first top, well, first of all, I actually found this out recently by looking at past screenshots of my channel in the old days.
Oh, yes,
But, yeah, I showed you those, didn't I? On Twitter.
Yeah, I've seen those, yeah.
I put out a video, I completely forgot about. I actually put out an announcement video. So it was just a video saying what I was going to start, what the channel, or the series I was about to start was, and could people please send clips for it. So that video did not do well at all. It had like 6,000 views, but enough people saw it, and then I was friends with a lot of the other uploaders at that time, and so enough people sent me clips that I could actually make the first episode, and yeah, it just boom. Like, it was my second video to sort of go semi-viral at that stage, I suppose.
Yes.
So, and then from then on, yeah, it snowballed. I did not expect it at all. There was one other person who actually tried to do a similar series before me, called New Gaming, I think his channel name was.
Yes, I remember them, yeah.
Yeah, and it bombed completely. No one even sent him a single clip, and he gave up instantly. So I thought, is it like, yeah, is the same thing gonna happen to me? But luckily, I guess the timing was right.
Yes.
And it just snowballed from there. So yeah.
And having those contacts is very useful around the community, because you know that you can rely that the people who do send you clips will be fairly decent ones, having content of their own. Okay. It's one from the Red Scareful says, question: who submits better clips to the top 10, either him or Mayhem? And he says, don't be afraid to give a cheeky answer.
I have to say, the one video with him, do you remember the new Pyromancer? Have you seen that video?
Yes, yeah, he invaded me with that on stream, actually. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I have to admit, that absolutely killed me. Like, that was hysterical. I really liked that video. But
okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't like to look at it like that necessarily, because you can. There's always a chance that something that you can't predict will happen to you on a video, and that's not necessarily because of you. It just happened to happen. So
yeah, like
yeah,
you know,
yeah, exactly. Anyone can make a really good clip. It's just yeah. I don't like choosing over people.
Okay, okay. Red Scare. The answer to that one sounds like it's Mayhem, but we'll go. Okay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, basically Mayhem. Yeah.
Okay, Simon Merge says, question for TheSunlightBlade. Who do you think submitted, this is kind of the same kind of question, but who do you think submitted the best and or the most clips that ended up earning a place in your top 10s, other than Yami Tamashi or Steel369, who always end up first?
Yeah, there's always a few people. Like, now I try, a while back, I'm actually not even going to go down there. I always make sure that, in my opinion, it is the best clip out of all the ones I receive that goes first. I don't look at whose clip it is.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah, definitely try and do that. Made that mistake before and never doing that again. So yeah, Yami Tamashi definitely got a lot. Steel, yeah, definitely got a lot. And then you would be to be honest, you'd be the three that come in my mind. I'm sure I'm missing people that have gotten the first place quite a few times.
Yes. There's a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot of people. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I haven't paid him to say that, guys, just to clear that up. Okay, Deadboy90 says, question: how come you stop shouting out the names of the people in your top 10? I think that's something that really helps the people who send in clips rather than having their names jammed into the top of the screen.
Yeah, so obviously a big part of the top 10 series is to spread awareness of other people's channels and to, share the love, as it were. That's a really big part of why I wanted to do that series, so that other channels would get a bit of exposure.
Yeah.
But that being said, basically there was one point where I realized that a lot of the names of people's channels are incredibly hard to pronounce and sometimes impossible, because it's just made up of numbers and words that just aren't real, like just random letters, jumbled all together that you just can't pronounce. And that may sound stupid, but
yes, no,
it's actually
fine.
It's a factor, isn't it? You think about it, like, it's gonna sound stupid of me just stumbling over the word while I'm trying to do a commentary and commentate the clip. It just took up time, and I thought if people liked the clip, they would check out the channel, because they're all in the description in order, so it's very easy to find whose channel submitted that clip. So I thought if they liked the clip, they would take the time to go and visit that person's channel to see if they liked the rest of that person's content. So that was how I was going to do it in my mind, and I thought I'd just clean everything up by not mentioning people's, on-screen names.
Yes, yeah, I can relate to that. There's a lot of times on stream where someone will follow or something. I like to read out follow alerts, and someone will follow with this long, horrible screen name that I can't pronounce, and I'm just like, hello, dude, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know it's not good to butcher someone's name. So yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one, Joe McGrath says, his question is, what is your absolute favourite clip that anyone has ever submitted, or a favourite clip that you might have made yourself?
In terms of a favourite clip that anyone else has submitted to me, that honestly changes all the time. Every time someone uploads a new video, I swear this community is insane in terms of the progress it's made in video quality since I first started. It's amazing. If you look back at how the type of videos that were being made when I started, they were so bad. And yeah, no. So my favorite video changes all the time, and I could never pick one really.
Yes. Okay.
In terms of for myself though, most of the time I find it quite hard to watch my videos back, to be honest. But an exception to that is the King of the Hill video I did with Brandon, Dave, and oh my goodness, was it Craig? I've forgotten who the third person was.
It was Craig. Yeah. I think
okay. Yeah. So yeah, that video I loved it. It was so much fun to record. It was so much fun to edit, and those types of just videos where it's just so enjoyable because you're with friends and just having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Those are the types of videos that for me I love because I can watch them over and over again, which but the rest of my videos I can't really.
Yes, yeah. No, I understand that. A lot of those kind of fun collabs, they're like the same principle as a photograph. You can look back at them and just imagine the good times that you had when recording and imagine all the laughs. So that's good.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laser Game says, were there any top 10s that didn't work out because you didn't get enough good submissions, or simply ones you wanted to do but just wouldn't work?
Yeah, so you reminded me about this the other day actually. I did a top 10. I can't remember the topic. I don't know if you can, but I didn't get enough submissions for it. So I actually had to make it a top 5. It's deleted off my channel now. I assume in the big copyright purge I had to do. But
yes.
Yeah, there was a time where I didn't have enough submissions, so instead of making it a top 10, I made it a top 5, and that that was actually fine. It was just the same amount of enjoyment was gained from it, as far as I could tell. Similar views, all that kind of thing. So, yeah, there's been in terms of ones that like topics that I have thought wouldn't work. Yeah, there's been a few. Usually ones that are really narrowly focused. Like a lot of people's suggestions are things like, oh, do top 10. I'm trying to think of something. Top 10 parries or something.
Yes, yeah.
And the thing is, yeah, I mean, it would probably work. It's just you have to bear in mind that is 10 people parrying over and over again for the whole video. Like it can get quite repetitive if it's too similar. Like
yes.
you wanna allow for variety and that kind of thing. So but otherwise, yeah, no, I haven't really struggled with that too much. I wouldn't say.
Oh, good. Okay, great stuff.
Yeah.
Emil, I've lost the question now, but it was basically that a lot of your videos come across that you're really happy and positive, which is a good thing, obviously. We said sometimes it might come across a bit cheesy. Have you ever considered doing videos where you're a bit more, just a bit more calm? He wonders.
Yeah, so I definitely think an important part of YouTube is being yourself. Although, yeah, the thing is, I keep YouTube and my real life as separate as I can, yeah. And obviously I'm not positive all the time, no one is. We all have bad days. We all have things to bitch about, trust me. I could make a video of me just moaning about things for hours. I could do that.
Yeah.
But that is not why I do YouTube and not why I play games. So I would use games and that whole I put that as a whole thing by itself, YouTube and gaming. So
yes.
I'd go and do that for fun and to escape, as a form of escapism, So it's not. I don't want to bring all my any negativity from anything else and start, just. I don't know how to explain it really, but no, I just try and have fun in my videos, and if it started to get a negative and just, here must make another video. What can I bitch about now?
Yeah.
Or like, oh, all these things are happening, everyone's moaning at me because of this, or blah blah blah. It just, it can go down in slope, and it just, I suppose, yeah, it's a balance, I would say, but I just don't want to turn into a channel that just,
yeah, well, that
people don't want to come onto YouTube just to have someone else's worries put on them and like stresses put on them, is it? They want to come and have a good time. So that's my thought.
I totally agree. Yeah, and you want to keep that positive vibe about your channel. I mean,
Yeah.
watching your videos, it's very exciting, it's positive, and that's a good thing to keep. And like you say, you don't want to ruin that by just bitching about the game, or the game that you love and play and actually focus on. So yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Muffin says, question for TheSunlightBlade, you tweeted out about just finding about the Dark Lurker near the release of Bloodborne. For you guys, Dark Lurker is an optional boss in Dark Souls 2, which you have to kind of do a couple of side bits to get to, and it's a very dark and one of the most difficult fights in the game for many people. So Muffin wants to know, did you go and fight him, and if so, how was the experience for you?
I feel like this is a gamer confession. It's so bad when my channel was like focused on a game, like Dark Souls 2. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I still have not even been to the Abyss. I don't really know why. I can hear you laughing. Stop it.
Unsubscribe.
I don't know what it is. Like, to be honest, I don't even know how. And I don't know. Maybe it's just because I know you have to like follow this guy's quest line, and I usually can't be bothered with things like that. It just.
Okay.
Oh,
so if someone can comment with a link to a tutorial, that would be great.
Oh man.
Okay, so that's about it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any more questions for TheSunlightBlade that I haven't asked today, and you want to know the answers for, please comment below. This one's me gesture.
Yeah.
Please comment below, and I'll make sure that he gets them, or he can keep an eye on the comment section or whatever. And is that a Bacardi Breezer?
Nope. I'm doing a very feminine Smirnoff Ice today.
Oh, Smirnoff. Oh, wow. That's okay. I'm gonna have to put something on screen to reflect that at the time. Okay. Okay.
Hey, it's nice.
Okay. So next on this series, we're gonna have Dropout Dragon. Now he's mostly a streamer who also has a YouTube channel and does a lot of showcases, similar to Mr. I Won't Forget. He's a very entertaining guy. He doesn't like to show himself. He likes to tell everyone he's actually a dragon, so you won't see a webcam. Wow, the Smirnoff Ice, that's tragic. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, send some donations for TheSunlightBlade to get some real life as well. Okay, so that's about it for today. Please comment questions for Dragon, and I'll see you next time, or on the next video that the two of us do. I'm sure that won't be too far away. Yeah. So that's goodbye from me.
That's goodbye from me. Thanks for having me, guys.
Alright, thanks very much. Bye-bye.